Daisy had just stepped out to find a spot in the woods to relieve herself when she saw her classmates fleeing in panic through the forest. Clueless about what was happening, she decided to play it safe and followed the crowd into a nearby cabin. As more and more kids piled in, a growing sense of dread gripped Daisy. No one knew what was going on until a deafening gunshot shattered the silence, revealing a shooting unfolding outside. Huddled in the cabin, the kids trembled in fear. This was supposed to be a fun summer camp for children, and no one could predict what would happen next. In that moment, Daisy remembered her little sister was still out there. She frantically asked if anyone had seen a girl in a yellow sweater, but with hundreds of kids from different classes at the camp, no one knew each other well enough to offer any clues. The gunfire outside grew more frequent, forcing Daisy to push aside her urge to find her sister. Suddenly, a classmate shouted, "He's here!" The group bolted for the door, desperate to escape. Daisy followed, only to find chaos outside, debris everywhere, and even the bodies of classmates scattered on the ground. While running, she spotted an injured girl lying on the ground. Without hesitation, Daisy helped her up and pulled her along as they fled deeper into the forest. Luckily, Daisy soon found a hidden spot where other kids were hiding. She and the injured girl ducked in, catching their breath for a moment. But the gunfire didn't stop. It echoed from all directions, suggesting multiple shooters. Some speculated it might be a drill, but the agonizing screams of a classmate in the distance shattered that hope. Finally, someone thought to call the police, only to learn the crushing news. The camp was in a remote area, and officers wouldn't arrive for at least an hour. Despair washed over the group. Meanwhile, Daisy, still worried about her sister, dialed her number, but the call went unanswered. Just then, a bloodstained boy stumbled toward them, gasping that the shooters were dressed as police officers. Daisy was baffled. Why would officers be shooting at a kid's camp? No one could make sense of it. Staying put was clearly not a long-term plan as the gunfire closed in. The group decided to find a safer hiding spot, but Daisy chose the opposite direction, racing back toward the heart of the dangerous camp. She suspected her sister might still be in their tent. When she arrived, the campsite was deserted. Then, Daisy spotted a small boy slumped on the ground. She urged him to flee with her, but he refused, insisting he had to wait for his brother, fearing he'd be lost if he left. Daisy pleaded with him, warning that the bright yellow jacket he wore made him an easy target and urging him to run into the forest. With time running out, Daisy dashed to her sister's tent, only to find it empty. It was then she realized her sister hadn't even brought her phone.